Yeah. So I'm Chao Cheng-Shorland. I'm the co-founder and CEO of ShelterZoom. And thank you for the opportunity for me to present Mithra Contract. Mithra Contract is the next generation deal, contract, and transaction management platform built on blockchain. So why Mithra Contract? It is truly special. Not trying to promote our company, but I do want to give you the reason. There's three major reasons why Mithra Contract is special. One is it's built on blockchain. It's actually the world's very first tokenized legal contract platform. And what that means is you actually now can tokenize your contract. So every contract can be now represented by one token. It carries its own DNA, so which actually really increase the transparency, security, efficiency, and transferability. The second reason is Mithra Contract actually is a fully digital contract, so which is very, very different from all other types of contract in existence at the moment. According to the legal analysts, and we actually built the very first legal contract fully digitized system. So which means every term, every little text is all digital. Because of this, it actually makes the data transfer, negotiation, everything is really instantaneous and simultaneous. So the third reason is it actually really manages end-to-end transaction. Regardless what kinds of transaction, it actually can manage from the very beginning, like the listing agreement negotiation with your seller, to all the way to closing, and just on one go. So I'm going to quickly share the screen and give you an overview of the system and how that actually link with the work actually RESO group is doing. So if you come, hopefully you guys can see my screen. Yeah, good, excellent.
Yes, we got it.
Minimize my window. So first you actually, sign in or sign up. So you come to the very first dashboard of a user. So if an agent, you can actually manage all your real estate projects, and they basically displayed right in front of you to see how many projects you are managing. And you can have two views. One is card view, one is the line view. So then you can pick one of the project you want to do a bit of deep dive. You come to this the project overview. As you can see on the very left-hand side, there are multiple agreements, within this whole transaction. Because the transaction is not just one purchase and a sales contract. You really need to engage a lot of service provider and other parties. So for example, your title company, your mortgage company, home inspector. So all those, parties actually come in play to make the transaction seamless. So this is really where Mark and Ash is going to talk about the event catalog and how that actually really help companies like us, a blockchain company, to be able to branch out to other types of systems and make everything far more integrated and standardized. So on the middle part of the screen is really the document flow for a highlighted agreement. So you can see from, very clearly who has involved in this contract, who has taken what sort of actions. And on the right-hand side, all the parties involved in this transaction. Now the next step is really drill down to this contract. And because it's a tokenized contract, on your left-hand side is an issuing token, on the right-hand side is actually counter token. They basically is the representation of the contract. Obviously, you don't really need to know the token behind the things, but because it's tokenized and it's fully digital, now you can actually negotiate a contract, two lawyers or maybe an agent and a seller, they've been negotiating a contract very quickly and on their token, on their, on their dashboard. So through one quick glance, you can see what term has been changed. So you don't need to go through every single term. You just focus on what has been counted. So now once the terms all match, and now the party can actually sign the agreement on blockchain. So they can now sign the contract. And coming with the system, there are multiple other things which be very interesting. So one is we provide a summary view, which gives a agent very clear glance in how many offers they received and what are terms of the offer. So through just one screen, you can make a very informed decision which offer is the best. And you can sort by the price, sort by what you actually prefer to see. Then other features we have included actually you can pull the document flow in very easily. And then you also have, the multiple the options here. So I'm going to quickly show you how actually a user gets invited and participate agreement. So here you can actually add a user in. So you invite the user through a private invitation. Then the user will actually receive a mobile text or a email. And within that, there's a join contract action you can take. So when a user comes in, first, if they've never used the system before, they need to register. So this is going through a little blockchain-ish kind of registration process. Now they can open the contract to see what actually the contract is about. And on the right-hand side, which is a configurable form for agent to get the users to actually submit an offer. So they can, the user can very easily fill in the details and what's their terms and what's their anticipated closing dates, contract date, and then submit an offer. So once you submit an offer, your offer is in, and then will appear, now you are part of this chain and you can start negotiating your contract. Then another one is also a pretty unique feature, what we call is transfer ownership. So if before the closing, and especially now we have a lot of iBuyer kind of scenarios coming up, and something could happen very fast. But if, say, the buyer just all of a sudden don't have the cash anymore, or they lose a job, they actually hit an accident or something, and there is a functionality, as long as the seller actually agrees, you can actually seek a new buyer, and by transferring the token to the new buyer, because the token has the full rights and the obligations and the rights, terms and conditions of that purchase. So this is actually another very innovative way of transferring the asset from one party to another. So these are probably the main features I would like to highlight. And now I want to very quickly touch on, apart from the private invitation you saw before, what are other ways for joining the contract? So because our platform is built not only agent-facing, but also consumer-facing, you can do two things. One is you can actually now search all the open contracts on our system, or you can go through the feature to search for our, all the open contracts. Open contract means the agent actually willing to invite the public to bid for this house or for them to submit an offer. So here a buyer, say I'm a buyer and I come and saw this property extremely popular and I really like it. And now I can join the contract. And from here, I can immediately submit an offer. So that is the second way of submitting the offer. The third way is actually our production system. Our production system actually provides an offer now widget, and which can be integrated on any real estate website for people to instantly submit an offer on a property, regardless they have seen this property. They just want everything to be transparent and make sure the offer is presented by their agent to the seller. Or it's for the reason they are remote, they actually really like this property, they want to actually put an offer. So what they do, they can just instantly click offer now and fill in this very quick and sharp form and submit an offer. Once the offer is submitted, it comes on the dashboard. So this is our current production system. And then see the property is already appearing here. And then now you come down to find, say, the property. I want to demonstrate this one because that's my demo one. So I'll just come to see what happened with this offer. And as you can see, the offer actually signed.
Yes.
And
Is the offer signed an event that your system is tracking right now?
yeah, it's every event, not just offer sign. It's actually
How many events your system currently has? Do you have like some kind of quick overview that we could quickly look at?
Oh yeah.
Is there a life cycle here somewhere that you could quickly present to us?
Yeah, sure. Let me actually see. I do have a presentation pack, but I haven't really got that here. But you can make a counter offer by agent. Now you can see the price actually has changed. The initial price here was $650. The agent make a counter offer, which is an event. And now the buyer come back, can also counter offer or revise offer or invite additional buyer. Then the seller can or the agent can invite additional seller. So there are many events actually happening in all tracked in real time. So you can see the timestamp here on the right hand side. The reason the blockchain provides such amazing transparency, because as a buyer or buyer agent, you can really see when the listing agent or seller viewed your offer, and then when they actually revise offer. So until the last minute, the offer signed, then the system actually track the signing part as well. And now the color turned the green. And also you can now PDF your the complete contract.
Perfect. So we're kind of running out of time here, and
Sure.
we covered the most important aspect of this project here.
Yeah.
Any questions from our audiences before we move on to the next one? Okay, so we'll keep you on hold for a few more minutes here.
Fantastic.
And, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.